Hey everybody, welcome back to the Cold Timber Workshop. Today I'm starting a project that we've been wanting to get done for a while. It's going to be a new TV stand for our living room. It's going to be made with metal legs from Kielsen & Company. I'll put a link in the description below, and the wooden parts of the TV stand are going to be made out of Knotty Alder. I went and got I don't even remember how much, maybe like 60 board feet of Knotty Alder from my supplier. So the first thing that I'm going to do today is I'm going to get enough milled up to glue together the top for the TV stand. The top is going to be 15 inches by 5 feet long. So let's get to it. All right, I got the top glued up and just like partially sanded, and then I did forget to record a little bit. You can see on the bottom I have the recesses cut for the legs, and then I did finish the bottom with Rubio before I start building it, because I'm going to build this thing as I'm finishing it. Okay, I marked the holes that I'm going to fill just with a colored pencil. Got them taped off on the other side. This is just a 5-minute epoxy. It's a 1-to-1 ratio, so I'm going to mix that up. And I don't want to fill the whole hole up. I just want a bottom full in there, just so when I fill it with actual black resin, nothing leaks out through the legs. Welcome back. You're kind of up high right now. It's because I got a big piece of 3/4 inch, actually 18 millimeter Baltic birch right here. Baltic birch plywood has many different layers to it. I'll grab the camera and show you around in just a second here. So here's what I'm trying to solve for right now. Is I'm using alder for the top shelf here, and then it'll go here and support the drawers. Alder is a pretty soft hardwood, so I'm worried about sag. So between here and here and here and here, I'm gonna put some doubled up plywood for additional support. Baltic birch is gonna be great for that application because it's got very good dimensional stability. So it should add a significant amount of rigidity to this bottom shelf, which will in turn add it to the top shelf because there will be a divider, 2 drawers in the middle, so there will be a divider. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rip 4 strips of this birch this deep to make 2 supports going across. I'm ripping 4 because each support is going to be 2 strips glued together, and that should add a significant amount of support to both the top and the lower shelves. So here, let's just take a quick look, and I'll show you what Baltic birch looks like. If you're unfamiliar, sorry, it's very shaky camera work going on right now. Sorry about that. Here you can see all the different plies. If I can get it to focus on that. There it is, all the different plies that are going on in that Baltic birch. Baltic birch is great. It's significantly better than other plywood because there are no voids in any of the wood, and it is all birch plies throughout. So no press board, no MDF, no hardboard, nothing like that. It's solid wood completely through and through. It's a very high quality product. So I'm gonna cut those strips and I'll be right back. Hi everybody, thanks for sticking around this far into the video. You can see here that I have the top mounted on the TV stand now. And then I also I have the top mounted on the legs, yikes. And then, like I said I was gonna do, I also doubled up some Baltic birch strips. And these are gonna act for supports, just to add some more rigidity to the shelf that's going across the bottom here. There will be 2 drawers here and here, and a center divider, and that'll help carry some of the weight on top as well. So what's next, right? Next, we are gonna plane and rip the boards for this bottom shelf. So let's get to it. Everybody, we're back. It's been a minute since we've been in the garage. Christmas is come and gone, New Year's is come and gone. And you can see here on the TV stand that I have the box for the drawers attached, and I have a divider in the middle. That's so I can attach my slides, and it also provides some support on the top here. You can see on top of the TV stand right now, I've got some Baltic birch ply. This is 1/2 inch or 9mm Baltic birch ply. That's what I'm going to build my drawer boxes out of. Which means, let's go over to the table saw just for a second so we can talk about cutting plywood on a table saw so you don't get any tear out. All right, you can see that I have a drawing here of what each drawer box is gonna look like. I'm doing 2 of them, so I need 2 sides, 2 backs, or 4 sides, 4 back and fronts, and then 2 bottoms. I'll start by doing these sides, which are going to be 12 by 9 3/4. I'm actually going to cut that down to 9 1/2 to leave a little clearance on the top of the drawer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my fence on my table saw to 9 1/2 inches. Like that. And then I'm going to lower it down. Nice and low, so it's taking just a little tiny cut. So I'm gonna score the side. I'm gonna score each side. I'm gonna do it 4 times, 1 on this piece, 1 on another piece, and then I'm gonna make my cuts all the way through. So let's take a look and see what that looks like. Okay, I've got each of the 4 boards scored. You can see it's just a little tiny cut going through there. Now I'm going to flip it over. I've raised the blade to full height. I'm going to flip these over and I'm going to cut them all the way through. And you'll see at the end we have no tear out. Other people like to do it a different way. This is just my preferred way. Okay, here you can see I have all of my parts cut, including a rabbet or a dado to receive the bottom shelf. Here's the bottom shelf. The bottom shelf is a little big. Normally I would use 1/4 inch plywood, but this is what I had on hand and I just want to get through it. And then I did cut a rabbet on each of the sides to receive the other side. So let's get to assembling. Okay, you can see here that I've got all of the drawer slides in. They look pretty good. Now I have to cut the drawer fronts. That's going to be tricky because my boxes are not perfectly square, which is frustrating, but everything that I build tends to be a little out of square from time to time. So here's what I'm going to do. I'll show you. You can see if I put this square in here, there's a little bit of give there. This corner's loose. A lot more give right here. That's probably like a 32nd of an inch or so. So I've got my drawer fronts here. And the thing is I want like this piece of face frame is flush with the box, and when the drawers are in, I want the drawer fronts to be flush with the box as well, and I'll probably plan for maybe like a 1/16 or 3/32 of a gap all the way around, and I want that gap to be even. It's got to have a nice look when it's done, but unfortunately that means that I can't cut perfect rectangles because my box isn't square, and if the box isn't square, I can't cut perfect rectangles, so what am I going to do? What I'm gonna do is I gotta figure out which way. I think. Yep. So that was cut like that. So this is this side. I'm gonna clamp this right here, just on both sides. And then I'm going to go in from the back, and then I'm going to draw my rectangle, cut it out that way. Okay, so that's one. You can see right there. I'm going to do the other one, and then I'm going to cut them out, and I'll see you right back after that. I have one side done. You can see that those gaps are pretty even. It's sitting on the bottom right now. It's not suspended. So there's I did 3/16. So there's 3/16 gap on each side. That's 3/16. Then over here, that's 3/16. Down here, it's sitting on the bottom. So right now up here, this is showing at about 3/8, which is fine. That's what it's gonna look like. But you can see that I got that all nice and even. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's probably within a 64th or so, so that's good enough for me. And then the other thing that I did that I wanted to show y'all real quick, and this is really important to do, is plan your cuts, because you can see here, there, and you can see it through here, and even up here a little bit, up here a little bit. I have grain continuity, right? So the grain is going to match going from this drawer to this centerpiece that was cut from one longer section over to this drawer front. You're going to see the grain carry all the way through that whole area. So it's pretty important to think about your cuts when you're setting them up, because it's little details like this that's really going to set apart this piece from anything that you could buy in a store that's got printed grain or whatever on it. So that's it for tonight. I've got the other door cut, so they're both sitting in here right now. You can see that, actually, let me bring you a little closer. Here, you'll be able to see that I've got some spacers in there right now to give the door the equal reveal, or the drawer front, rather, the equal reveal that I want all the way around. So now what I'm going to do is just use some double stick tape. I'm going to pull this off. I'm going to grab some double stick tape, put it on the back, stick it into place, and then grab some screws and screw it tight. Let's get to it. I've got the drawer front on there with some double stick tape. It's not on there very well, but it's going to do what I need it to do for right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill 4 holes for my screws. I've got 1-inch stainless steel wood screws that I'm going to use here. I'm going to countersink them. And then after I drill the holes, I'm going to take the drawer front off, remove the tape, and then screw the drawer front on. And I'll use the holes to locate the drawer front to the edge to the drawer box. All right, I did screw that up for a hot second, and I knew there was no way I was going to be able to re-drill those holes just like a 64th of an inch this way or a 64th of an inch that way. So I had to come up with a different solution to make sure that that the space for the drawer front was all the same. And all I did was I left it attached to the drawer, took it over to the table saw, and trimmed off the parts that I needed to trim off. And I accomplished hitting those angles just right by like applying some masking tape. So if I needed to take some material off from right here, but not over here, I would apply some masking tape here, but not right here. You know, a few layers of masking tape, and then zip it through the table saw, and then I was able to get it all so it looks squared back up. It's not square, not by a long shot. Not by a long shot, sorry for the stool noise. However, that reveal looks pretty good. So I'm going to repeat the process for the other side, and hopefully that one comes out a little bit better than this one did. And even though I had to mess around with it at the end, I still got the result that I wanted, and that is what matters to me. Hi everybody, I am sorry to say that I didn't get any footage of me finishing the project. It's done now, and I didn't record it. I just got super busy with other things, and I just wanted to get it done and get it where it needed to go. So I'll take you up and we can have a look at it quick though. Well, that's a wrap for this video. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of it. Also, please check out the link for Kielsen & Company in the description below. That's where I get all of my metal legs from. And stay tuned for an upcoming build for some coffee tables that are going to match the TV stand. Bye, everybody.